Do you also scroll on your phone while you're on the toilet? How many snaps do you get in a day? Try the dopamine detox that you can find in the description. But first, welcome to a new video of 5-Minute Habits. In this video, we will dive into the topic of dopamine addiction and how it impacts our daily lives. In this video, we will delve deep into the science of dopamine, understand why we constantly scroll on our phones, and discover effective strategies to break free from this cycle. Stay tuned to uncover the secrets of the dopa detox and regain control over your life. Do we know what dopamine is? Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a chemical that transmits signals in the brain and is involved in functions such as reward, pleasure, and motivation. And your brain is used to continuous stimuli. Like we said already, if you are still scrolling while you need to fall asleep or sitting on the toilet or receive a lot of messages at the same time. But do you really like everyone who messages you, or is it the attention and incentives that give you a dopa boost? If it is a true addiction is something, the science is not yet clear on this. But we don't need this diagnosis to occasionally create more peace in our lives so you can experience the effect yourself. Pleasure and reward. Dopamine is often associated with pleasure and reward. When we engage in activities that bring us joy, such as eating delicious food or receiving social approval, our brain releases dopamine. This release of dopamine reinforces the behavior, making us more likely to repeat it. It acts as a signal that tells the brain, "This feels good, do it again." Motivation and goal-oriented behavior. It is also closely linked to motivation and goal-oriented behavior. It gives us the drive and focus to work towards our goals. When we set and achieve goals, our brain rewards us with a release of dopamine, reinforcing the behavior and motivating us to pursue similar goals in the future. Behaviors. In situations where addictive substances or behaviors are involved, such as drugs, alcohol, or even social media, the brain's dopamine system can be hijacked. These substances or activities can lead to a rapid and intense release of dopamine. Over time, the brain adjusts to these large surges of dopamine by reducing its natural production, leading to a decreased feeling of pleasure in the absence of the addictive substance or behavior. This can create a cycle of addiction, where individuals continue the behavior to chase the initial pleasurable feeling. Habit formation. That's why dopamine also plays a role in habit formation. When we repeat a behavior and it's associated with a dopamine release, our brain starts to associate the behavior with pleasure. Over time, this association strengthens, making the behavior a habit. This is why certain behaviors, even if they are not inherently pleasurable, can become habits that are hard to break. Why do we continue dopamine-inducing behaviors? We continue dopamine-inducing behaviors because our brain is wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. Dopamine reinforces certain behaviors by making us feel good, encouraging us to repeat those behaviors. Whether it's checking our social media notifications, eating sweets, or any other pleasurable activity, the release of dopamine creates a positive feedback loop. This loop reinforces the behavior, making it difficult to resist the temptation, even if we are aware of the potential negative consequences. 2 small tips: be aware of your behaviors. Are you scrolling for fun, or you're scrolling to get your dopamine shot? Try to start the day without phone, go outside for a few minutes when you just wake up, do breathing exercises, and try to expand your routine so that you start the day longer without those first shots of dopamine. Or build a moment to walk during tea day only to enjoy the nature or all the things happening around you instead of music and messages. Don't forget to check the video description for the link to download your free dopamine detox guide. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us reach more people, spreading awareness about the power of mindful living. Until next time, stay mindful, stay connected, and live free from the chains of dopamine addiction. Goodbye for now.